So I'm seated in the theater waiting for the play to begin, reading the playbill, waiting for the thing to start. There's a half-page ad there for a place called Self-Serve. It's an adult toy store, and they're offering classes. And one of the classes they're offering is mastering the BJ. I didn't know what a BJ was. I'd been in a marriage for 30 years, and I wasn't keeping up with the current vocabulary, apparently. So I turned to the woman sitting next to me. It was a pleasant-looking woman. We hadn't spoken to each other. And I said to her in a normal conversational tone, "What's a BJ?" And she turned to me and said, "Blowjob." "Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting." And had this thing in my head. The play began. I half expected Juliet to come in and go into her balcony and say, "Fellatio, fellatio, wherefore art thou, fellatio?" But it wasn't that play. So the play was good, but I couldn't get this ad out of my head. So I went home and found the website for Self-Serve, discovered that they have both actual and virtual classes, and they were offering videos, a course in 4 videos in mastering the BJ. And I thought, okay, I will do this at home. And I signed up for them. The first one was kind of an overview, but in the second one, we really got into the meat of the thing, the anatomy and the positions. Well, I thought I understood basic male anatomy. Here's the shaft and here's the head as in giving head. So I knew what that was about. And then the balls, I got that. But the frenulum, I'd never heard of a frenulum. What's a frenulum? I knew about the prostate because, guys get up in the middle of the night 2 or 3 times because theirs are getting old. But there were other parts of this. I really didn't know where we were going with this when we got into positions. What's deep throating? I had no idea. The sword swallower? Oh, please. How to suppress the gag reflex? I would definitely need that one. Well, I watched all of these. I watched them actually several times to make sure that I completely understood the mechanics here. And then I thought, probably I need the companion course, How to Please a Penis. And I decided that I would take that class in the shop, not online. So I signed up for it. And one evening on the appointed time, I arrived at Self-Serve with about a dozen other people, 11 women and 1 guy. And I thought, oh, isn't that cute? He's here with his girlfriend, and they're doing this together. Turned out he was a gay guy, and he was there with his own agenda. But anyway, there we are with this instructor, a lively and very personable young woman who immediately put us all at ease. And the first thing we do is go up to a table that's in the middle of the room and select from it the cock of our choice. And there are about 2 dozen there to choose from, and they are every size, shape, and color. Naturally, I went for the chocolate one. And it was warm because it had just come out of the sterilizer. They want to make sure that these things have not been, well, I don't know what all, but we had to, they had to be sterilized. We took them back to my seat, and the class began. And the instructor was very energetic, and she conveyed that energy to the people in the class because she said enthusiasm is the most important thing. Bring a lot of enthusiasm. You can't just look at the cock and be immediately bored by it. You have to bring enthusiasm to it. And commitment, and you have to listen to your partner. Ask him what he likes. Build on what he says to you. But the third part of it is you have to observe. You must invite him to masturbate in front of you. And as he is jacking off, you study this action carefully so that you know how not only to replicate it, but to improve upon it and bring your own style to it. So that's what we did with these, I'm sitting there with this nice chocolate cock in my lap that I've been fondling all evening, and picking up all of these excellent tips to take home and think about. But the problem is, I realized when I got home was, it isn't so much that I needed to learn how to please a penis, it's how do I find a penis to please? Because taking a course like that was a little like taking skiing lessons when it hasn't snowed in the last 3 months. You have to wait for things to improve. And eventually maybe they do. You'll have to stay tuned to this channel and watch more Leslie Carolyn videos and find out how this all turned out. But in the meantime, onward, Felicio.